Hey, what's going on? What's going on, people? I'm just adjusting the camera. Bear with me here. I'm adjusting the camera. Just getting the camera adjusted. What's going on, everyone? What is going on? Man, we about 3 weeks in a wake-up call. We about 3 weeks in a polygraph away. We're about 3 weeks. I'm sorry, I'm messing with y'all. Actually, we're 5 weeks in a polygraph away. 5 weeks in a wake-up call away. 5 weeks and one last cheat meal away from the Phoenician Classic. I know I said 3 weeks. I was thinking about another show. It's been a doozy on me. I'm getting that foggy brain thing that's happening when you contest prepping. And just like you guys get that foggy brain thing that happens to you when you're contest prepping, I get promoter's brain fog that happens to me. Because I'm on the same schedule as you guys. It's just that my responsibilities are a little bit different than you guys'. Man, I am Chris Thompson, one half of that dynamic duo that puts on the Phoenician Classic, being held September 4th, 2021. Now, I just want to put this out there for all of you guys. Man, this year's Phoenician Classic is our first year of actually being a Pro-Am. And what I mean by Pro-Am, we have two pro divisions. We have Pro men's physique and Pro women's bikini. And if you turn pro at another INBF show before the Phoenician Classic, this gives you an opportunity to actually compete as a pro at the Phoenician Classic. So if you just happen to be competing on the West Coast, there are 3 shows left on the West Coast that's before the Phoenician Classic. Now there are more shows on the INBF website. You can get a total list of all those shows from coast to coast at worldnaturalbb.com. You can get a full listing of all the shows on worldnaturalbb.com. I'm just going to talk about the last 3 shows that's before the Phoenician Classic. That's Central U.S. all the way over to the West. So August 7th, we have the Oklahoma City Classic, which is going down in Oklahoma City on August 7th. On August 21st is the INBF Natural Central Valley Championship going down in Fresno, California. That is basically about 3 weeks away. I'll be at that show, actually. I will be at the Fresno show. So if you want to meet me in person, give you opportunity to meet me actually in person, not through video, man, I'll be at Fresno, all right? And then the last show before the Phoenician Class is August 28th, which is the INBF South Central USA going down in Dallas, Texas, all right? So those are the 3 remaining shows on the West Coast that's happening, okay? That's what's going on there. Let's see what I got. All right, just making sure everything's popping up like it's supposed to. So that's the 3 remaining shows. Now, if you happen to turn pro in women's bikini or men's physique at any of those shows or any other show that's an INBF show, it gives you an opportunity to come compete at the Phoenician Classic as a pro and win some prize money. All right. So that's where we're with that. Now, I'm just gonna give you guys a little lay of the land here. Quick little lay of the land. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time here because I actually have an appointment with my daughter, who's an esthetician, and she wants to do something to my neck. You know, she wants to do something to my neck. I have no idea what she wants to do to it, but she got a couple of things she want to do to my neck. So I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'm just going to field a couple of questions that I got to my DM or in my inbox or email. And guys, remember, if you got questions that you need answering, please do not hesitate to shoot me a DM at Phoenician Classic. Phoenician Classic. Just hit me on the DM here, or send me an email at phoenicianclassic@phoenicianclassic.com. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. And it doesn't have to be strictly about the Phoenician Classic. Like if you got questions regarding bodybuilding or whatever class that you guys do, I'm here. I'll answer those questions. But the questions that I'm going to tackle for you guys today is questions that I have been getting about the Phoenician Classic, that I've been getting inside of my DM, or some questions that I have been getting in my email. So questions that I've been getting lately. So one of the primary questions I get is about the stage wall. So I'm getting a lot of bikini competitors, whether you're pro or amateur, getting questions about stage walk. I want to know if there's T-walk required. Is there a stage walk required? Like, what's required with the stage walk? What direction do we have to travel? I brought the head judge on like 2 weeks ago to talk about the stage walk, and he's not going to require you guys to do a traditional T-walk. He's going to do what we call a stage walk. So depending on well, I already know which way you're going to come in. So if you're going to come in from this way on the stage, and then you'll come in, you'll pose on the far, I guess that'll be stage right. Then you pose center stage, and you pose stage left, and then exit stage. So that's the pattern. The best example I have is if you go to Phoenician Classic on YouTube and look at the bikini overall, there's examples of those young ladies actually doing the stage walk. So if you need an example of a stage walk, go to Phoenician Classic on YouTube and you will get examples of that stage walk. Just look for bikini overall or bikini tall, bikini short. It'll give you an example of the stage walk, all right? I'll also drop that. I'll also put the link to that inside of the notes here of this IG. So if you want to get a better idea about the stage walk, do not hesitate. Head over to YouTube. Go over to the Phoenician Classic page on YouTube, and you'll be able to see the stage walk there. A really great example of the stage walk. So if you want to do a T walk, by all means, you can do a T walk. The head judge won't dock you for doing a T walk, anything like that. The T walk is optional. That's an optional stage walk as well. It just, whatever you feel comfortable with. And also when you're doing that stage walk, remember the poses that you choose to do, make sure they're poses that look the best on you. All right. You're not beholden to any type of set posing criteria when you're doing that stage walk. That stage walk is about you presenting the best package or the best view of yourself as you pose at each location. Okay, so you're not beholden to the mandatory poses when you're doing those stage walks. Just make sure when you're doing whatever poses you choose, to make sure they look the best on you. Okay, and make sure you pose within the category that you're in. So if you're a bikini and you decide to pose like a women's, if you decide to pose like a women's bodybuilder, well, that's not the category that you're in. So you might want to choose a different pose. All right, you might want to choose poses that fit your category when you're doing that stage walk. That goes for men's physique as well. Men's physique, when you're doing your stage walk, I would choose poses that's inside of your category, which is men's physique. Don't hit any men's bodybuilding poses. Okay. So that's about all I have for our stage walk. So if you guys want a description of the stage walk, like I said again, go to YouTube, go to Phoenician Classic on YouTube, and then you get a perfect description of that stage walk. The next question I got is as far as competing inside the INBF. Now, as far as competing inside the INBF, it's just one simple requirement is that you are a natural athlete and that you can pass a polygraph test, and if you place first, you pass a urinalysis. All right, a urinalysis, I should say. But as far as competing inside the INBF, if you're a pro in another division, in another federation, and it doesn't matter what federation that you're in, if you're a pro in another federation, we require everyone to compete as an amateur before you can become a WNBF pro. Everyone's required to compete as an INBF amateur, no matter what federation you're coming from, before you can compete as a WNBF pro. That's just mandatory. All right, and this Phoenician Classic is a pro-am show, and it's also a pro qualifier, which means that it's requirements in order for us to turn anyone pro is we need eight individuals inside of men's bodybuilding in order for us to claim, to crown someone a WNBF pro inside of men's bodybuilding. We need 8 men inside of men's physique in order for us to crown someone a WNBF pro in men's physique. We need 8 women in bikini in order for us to crown a young lady before we can crown someone a WNBF pro bikini competitor inside of that category. Inside of figure, we also need 8 women inside of figure in order for us to crown a WNBF pro inside of figure. Now, the only classes that do not require 8 are the master. All master classes require 5. We need 5 individuals in all the master classes, no matter what master class you're in. We need 5 in order for us to crown someone a Master Pro, a WMBF Master Pro. In women's bodybuilding, we need 5 women in women's bodybuilding in order for us to crown a WMBF Pro women's bodybuilder, and we need 5 in women's fit body in order for us to crown a WMBF Pro women's fit body. So those are the criteria as far as competing inside the INBF. Like it doesn't matter where natural federation you come from or what organization you came from. In order for you, it doesn't matter if it's tested or untested. When you come to the INBF, everyone competes as an amateur, and then everyone takes a polygraph. And hey, what's up, love? Good to see you checking in. Everyone competes as amateur. Everyone takes the polygraph, and the class and the overall winners all do a urinalysis. Give up a urinalysis. Give up some urine so we can do a urinalysis on it to make sure that you are a natural competitor. So that's far as the outline guidelines as far as competing inside the INBF. And pro cards and things like that. So another question I got was about polygraph, and I kind of answered that already. But everyone polygraphs, and polygraph, and all of you and everyone that has to polygraph, there is a polygraph fee of $70. So I just wanted to put it out there that there is a polygraph fee of $70 that has to be paid in cash, not check, not card, but cash. All right, because we don't absorb that fee. That fee is actually being paid directly to the guy that comes in and conducts the polygraph exam. So, and it's the person that we always have come in. He is a retired police chief. This retired police chief from California. He comes in and conducts the polygraph exam to make sure that everybody's on the up and up. Okay. As far as anyone that actually wins the overall becomes a WMBF Pro from the INBF amateurs. Anyone that comes to WMBF Pro will have to give up a urine sample, right? So we can send it into the lab to make sure that you are make sure that you're natural, you're a true natural. All right. As far as the urinalysis goes, that is covered by me. Me and my wife, we cover the urinalysis. We pay for the sending your pee into the lab. We utilize the same labs that the United States Olympic team utilizes, as far as to make sure that everything's on the up and up with your urine sample. So we cover that. No one else covers that. The promoters, we cover your urinalysis. All right. The last question I'm getting as far as banned substance list, like on the Phoenician Classic website, we have a banned substance list page. It's about 2 miles long. All right, I get it. It's a lot of stuff on there that looks foreign. It looks Greek. It looks Italian. It looks foreign. All right. So one of my things I always tell people is this: like when you go to that banned substance list, if there's stuff on there you can't even pronounce or you don't even understand, 9 times out of 10 you're probably not taking it. Okay. 9 times out of 10. But if you are unsure of a pre-workout, or if you are unsure of a supplement that you're taking, please do not hesitate. Take a picture of the ingredients, take a picture of the front label, and take a picture of the ingredients, and email me. Email me at Phoenician Classic at PhoenicianClassic.com. I will cross-check it to make sure that pre-workout that you're utilizing or those supplements that you're utilizing, that you're good to go if you're unsure. It's one of those things that I like to do to ensure that you don't get flagged or you don't get hit during the polygraph. All right. So I want to make sure that whatever supplements that you're taking, like we just want to be sure that you're not doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. So if you're unsure, please don't hesitate. Email me your list of pre-workouts or a list of supplements that you're just not sure about. All right. If you're sure about it, don't email me. Okay. So like, let's say for instance, you're doing like creatine or glutamine, branched chain aminos, those you're fine. All right. You don't have to worry about those. All right. But if you're doing like a pre-workout, that's a proprietary blend that has some other stuff blended with it. If you're not sure about that, man, don't hesitate. Send it to me so that way I can cross-check it. All right. Last thing I'm going to cover with you guys. Well, I shouldn't say last thing. One of the last things I should say is that it's official. Not taking any more vendors. The the last couple of vendors that's in the pipeline right now, I think they're going to end up working out. And besides that, I don't have time to take any more vendors or field any more vendors or sponsors. And the reason being is because I got to get the banners made. So I'm in the process now of putting together the current vendors and getting their logos on the new banner, so that way their logos on the banners on the stage as well as in the lobby. So I'm not fielding no more vendors. Now it's all about like putting together the remaining portion of the show, which is banners, t-shirts, having the t-shirts made, having you guys' bags made, and getting that stuff done and getting it into my possession, so that way I can stuff it with some goodies. Okay, this year I'm gonna be 100% transparent. This year the goodie bag is gonna be a small bag. It's going to be a small bag this year. It's not going to be as big as it normally was the previous years. And the reason being is because supplement companies are not giving out as many samples this year. So the goodie bag is going to be a little small. I'm going to chat with all the registered athletes who are already registered with Phoenician Classic. I'm going to send an email to them and just ask them, hey, if you had your choice of seeing what goodies in the goodie bag, they're going to give me a list of stuff that they possibly want to see. Maybe we'll make some of that list happen. We might make some of that list happen. So we'll see, So I'm going to send out that email out to the registered athletes and see what they want inside their goodie bag. And we're going to see what we can make happen. And then we're going to make that happen. All right. So the goodie bag is going to be a little small, but you're still going to get a dope goodie bag. Like if you haven't seen what our goodie bags look like for the women, at least the women's goodie bag just off the chain. Like it's all sparkled out. Like, it's dope. The women's goodie bag is just dope. Just the look of it, just dope. The women's t-shirts are always dope. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't think you guys are into having rhinestones and bling on your t-shirt. So it's just a standard t-shirt like this, guys. And if you want to, you can cut the sleeves off of it. So that's where we're at with finalizing everything I need to finalize with the show. Let's see here. And then one last thing is that late fees. Late fees start August 6th, all right? Late fees start August 6th, and the cutoff for me not taking any more registration. Registration cutoff, I should say, is August 28th. All right. So late fees start August 6th for the amateurs. You guys are gonna get hit with an extra $50 fee if you register after August 6th. And if you try to register past August 28th, the link won't even be available for you to register, and I won't take any other registrations. All right. So those are the deadlines. For the pros, you have the same deadline. The only difference is your fee is more. Your late fee is going to be $75. All right, because you're a pro now. And you know better. All right. You're a pro now and you know better. All right. So your late fee is going to be $75 if you register as a pro men's physique or pro women's bikini. If you register after August 6th, your fee is going to be extra $75. Okay. And then also the registration for you guys as well close August 28th. So you have till August 28th. After that, registration shut down, close. That's the wrap. All right. So that's the kind of like the last things I have for you guys. Man, if you missed any of this, I provided a ton of information. I talked about stage walk. I talked about competing in the IBF. I talked about Polygraph. I talked about Urinalysis. I talked about pro card, what dictates a pro card category. I also talked about banned substances. If you missed any of this, hit the, go to the IGTV and hit the replay on this bad boy and scroll through and recheck out just in case you missed anything. You can also go to YouTube. I will post this video on YouTube as well, at the Phoenician Classic YouTube site. Just go to Phoenician Classic on YouTube. I will have this information there as well. All right, man, that's all I got for you. I got to get out of here. I got to get some next stuff done for my daughter, and I'll check back in with you Tuesday. Tuesday will be 5 weeks out, y'all. 5 weeks out starting Tuesday. As of right now, we're 5 weeks in a wake-up call, 5 weeks in a polygraph away. All right, y'all. Continue prepping. I'll see all of you soon. Looking forward to seeing your registration come hit my inbox. All right, y'all. Be easy.